Alright, if everyone can just say words.
Blah, blah. Yeah.
Check. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Saying some things,
yeah.
you know.
Things and words.
Jingle bells.
I know words. I have the best words.
Very creative writer there.
Alright.
Did you take creative writing
Nigel?
class in college?
Number two, coffee makes me poo.
Okay.
That's good. Alright, Fabian, if you could. Number 3.
Number three. Why do I always have to go pee?
I don't know why you guys went into the Portillo style of, was it being a...
Oh, yeah!
Number 9, won't you be mine? Number 9.
That's when they say stuff that doesn't even rhyme and you're like, man, I want a refund.
Yeah.
I hope this quarantine, if it lasts long, I hope, like, the dead come back to life and at least we can do something and, like...
That'd be pretty cool.
Right?
Make them play sports against each other.
The chain.
Alright, Coffee Time, episode 13. And today, I'm here with Active Destruction with John and Nigel.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers,
Hello,
man.
hello.
Cheers. Woo. Guys, season 2. This is episode 3. Well, I mean 13. We're doing it, guys. So, if you're watching this, you're from the future. Ooh, did we survive? We'll all find out.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice. We don't know. So you know, we don't know. So hopefully you're all safe. Blah blah blah. Eat Doritos. Watch Pornhub. That's what you're all doing right now. So, today I'm with the boys in Active Destruction. How are you?
Well, we're in the middle of a world pandemic. So not well.
Not well, yeah.
We're unwell.
It's fair to say that nobody is doing well right now. But how's the band doing?
Oh, band's great.
Good man.
Yeah.
Like I said, thanks for having us on here.
Yeah. Nobody's playing shows right now, but yeah.
We weren't gonna anyway, so
Music's
this has affected us.
Yeah, music's canceled.
Minimally.
Music is canceled. Nobody's playing shows. So it's also been a little weird, trying to get people in here. I had one guy, he wasn't allowed in here. His wife didn't let him in here after the whole coronavirus.
Because of that.
Well, he should divorce her.
Yeah. Nothing stops Rift City, and you stopped Rift City, sir. You know who you are. I won't call you out, but you know who you are.
I'll call you out. What's his name?
I don't remember. So I couldn't call him out even if I wanted to. I know it's good. We were scheduled, but this definitely is, getting a little crazy. Try to have night of the round in here. They just released a brand new album, and then this all hit the fan. And I'm like, oh, damn, it would have been cool to have them do a Rift City on one of the new songs, But
Totally.
it is what it is. But so you guys have just been, hanging, playing some games or whatever.
We are writing a brand new album.
Really?
Oh yeah, full length. Last year we released an EP, Beyond Eternity.
Yep. I actually heard a lot of those songs on the Metal Experience episode you guys were on.
Yeah, the Metal Experience. Those are some good guys.
Mm-hmm.
Good pals of ours. We've known them for half of a century.
Half of a century.
Long time.
Exactly. One half of a century.
Definitely good guys. As soon as they heard about what we were doing, they immediately, set up a date to have us on.
Oh yeah.
So.
They are awesome. Pretty much an institution at this point. But before I forget, this always goddamn happens. Today's coffee of the day, I have Valhalla Java Odin Force blend from the.
Valhalla Java.
Oh yeah.
I'm Randy Rhodes. I'm Randy Rhodes.
You drink this, and as you're drinking it, you just hear a bunch of pitch harmonics in your head.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wow. But and whammy bar sounds. I forgot to mention whammy bar sounds.
He doesn't use a whammy bar.
Oh yeah.
Occasionally.
When?
There was a DVD he put out in France where he played the Randy Rhodes V and he extensively used that whammy.
Nobody knows that.
I
No
know
one's
that.
seen
Nobody
that
has
I think it was
DVD.
called Doom Troop.
DVDs aren't real.
Yeah. What is that? Analog Blu-rays? Nobody
I'm
knows.
sorry. I'm talking about shit that exists in a different dimension. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
confuse
so
you guys.
that's the coffee.
You know,
You
it
guys-
tastes pretty good. I'm feeling
It's not bad, man.
heavy
Oh.
hints of Colombian beans. There's a bit of, what is that? Like nutmeg in there?
Nutmeg. I mean, it could be.
I don't know what.
It does say that it's from the rich soils of Central and South America, so you actually might be right about that.
100% right.
But you guys have seen this in a couple episodes. You know, I'm trying to work through it. Death Wish Coffee totes itself as the world's strongest coffee. So we'll tell later when these guys are at home and if they're on the toilet
And I can't go back to sleep after this.
for 3 days. You're like, it won't stop. But yeah, so that's the coffee. All right, the album. How many songs were you thinking? Well, did you say that?
You talking about the full length?
Yeah,
That
the
we're
one that
writing
you're
right
working
now?
on. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a set number
you
yet.
don't have a set number.
We got a group of shit we're working on.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what we think will make it. But
A lot of riffage. Just
Zero riffs.
Zero riffs.
I mean,
all lyrics.
give or
No
take,
drums.
give or
Yeah.
take, the magic number's around 10 or so.
Okay,
Maybe
very
9.
cool.
We'll see.
9 in an intro or something.
Yeah, I love having bands in here and just talk about whatever they've got coming out. And you guys just released that EP. You said it was 4 songs,
5.
5 songs. Okay.
That was actually last May.
5
I really
glorious
like the
songs.
production. After I listened to the Metal Spirits episode again, awesome show, awesome hosts. I listened to your EP and it was actually really good.
It was actually really
Yeah,
good.
hey, here's the thing though. All right, I have a lot of bands in here, and sometimes the songs are great, but the production is not great. And your production was actually really good. Like I enjoyed it. Like I'm kind of the opposite where, I'm so opposite of the black metal group where they like everything
Bad production.
Yeah,
Sounding bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that either.
exactly where it was
I
recorded.
mean, some people, seek that out. Like, that's
Yeah.
what they want to hear. But, at least what we were writing on that record, it had to sound that way to get that across.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, it's
We worked with the beautiful Matt Motto, and he's now, his studio is now called Formless Audio.
Yeah.
He's got it way upgraded since we recorded that, so if you're looking for a great sounding record, go check out Matt Motto at Formless Audio. He's the guitar player from Disona.
Oh,
And,
yeah, okay. Yeah. And where is he based out of?
Well, we recorded that in Mokina. I think his studio now is in New Lenox.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it sounds right.
All right, cool. Guys, hit him up if you're looking. We've as I established, it sounds clean. It sounds great. I'm so the opposite of like the recording that sounds like it was recorded with the toaster. I feel like at that point you're wasting songs essentially if you're going with bad production.
I mean, if that's what you want to hear, that's what you want to hear.
Of course, yeah. I'm not gonna be that guy. Like if you want to listen to the first 2 demos, from like I don't know Deicide or whatever where it's all scratchy and shit, go for it. But me personally, that's just how I feel in terms of the production is. I want to hear everything just crisp and nice. And you guys, for the people out there who've never heard of them, what would you say that your sound is like?
it's just rock and roll, good old fashioned rock and roll.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little blues influence, but it's mostly Baroque and Romance era stuff.
Yeah, little ska,
Some
little ska.
counterpoint. No ska.
No
I
ska?
hate trumpets. If you're playing a horned instrument or a brass instrument, get the fuck out of my face, okay? I don't want to hear trumpets in music.
Yeah.
All right, they're fine if like you're in the wild and you hear trumpets. But I don't want to hear them on my records. Get out of my face, trumpet. A bassoon?
A bassoon? Get out
Fuck
of
off.
here. What is even a bassoon? Are bassoons real?
It's like the bass of trumpets. It's
Right.
terrible.
Trumpet
You think
bass.
bass players are worthless? Bassoon players, they gotta have a high suicide rate. I'm telling you.
Every orchestra just has the one, and he's
boy.
really
Yeah.
sad.
He's like cutting himself in between page turns. Guy can't even memorize his own songs. He has to read off the fucking sheet.
Oh Jesus! Imagine being the guy who has to sit next to a bassoon player just
Yeah.
playing. He's like, oh God, he's really sad.
Yeah.
Oh
But
God.
yeah, no,
boy,
I hate ska. Let that be on
Let's
record.
establish that right now.
Yeah, no ska.
No ska. All right.
I just found out it stands for skater music.
Really?
No.
Oh shit! I believed you 100%. You're really good at that.
Yeah.
Just me taking your word.
He just takes off, man.
100%.
He just takes off.
Oh,
But no, I really don't like ska.
Yeah, that's good.
I like Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. Yeah.
But
Old Smash Mouth.
the first album,
Smash Mouth.
Maybe,
Fushu
yeah.
Mang.
The only album.
The only one
I guess that's
we talk
ska.
about.
Yeah. Very nice.
But
Okay.
yeah, no, I mean, like, aside from that, like, I don't really get too specific personally about shit.
You know, it's a
Like,
blend of all our influences.
For what we're
really.
doing, I would just call it metal.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You know.
It'd be like
I mean,
death metal,
you
black
could probably
metal,
hear
power
influences
metal.
from all across the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
It's one of those things. It's like sometimes people come in here, they know there's no doubting black metal, you know, and
Or at least on this recent EP, it's like if you listen to every song, they don't sound the same.
okay. Well, I mean that's good. It keeps you guessing at least, you know. It's like I had Misanthropy and Xenopredator in here, and for all intents and purposes, they're progressive death metal,
Yeah.
but they have little things of different, you know, like jazzy elements and shit. I'm like, you can play some goddamn jazz. Give me that. Just no trumpets.
Yeah, no trumpets.
Not for him, man.
Fuck out
Yeah.
my face.
All right, so metal or rock and roll.
Rock and roll. I tell everyone, hey, come to a rock and roll show.
Yeah.
And then they come to our concert and they're like, this
They're
is
like-
way too intense.
They're like, what?
I've been misled.
Yeah. Hey,
But,
you know what? At least you misled them to a bar.
I
There's
don't-
different places where
I
you
don't think there's much of a
Technically,
difference.
It's still rock and
Yeah,
roll.
I don't think there's
Oh, yeah.
much of a difference between us and Styx, really.
really, you
We're
know.
both from South Chicagoland.
Yeah.
And I mean, you hear the harmonies,
that's
you
true.
hear the melodies, and some sick riffs, so it sticks.
Yeah, definitely.
And on the new one, I'm going to be playing a lot more keyboards and stuff, so it's going to
Alright,
be more
well,
like
there you go.
Styx.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be
like
more
Styx.
Guys, you heard it here. That's the quote. It's gonna be
tuned,
more like
yeah.
Styx.
Yeah.
And also fuck ska. You
Yeah.
know. So, all right. How many members are in the band?
Well,
We've got four
Still
members.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, Mud Brother, Jason Caruana has been playing drums since after our first album.
Jason's like in 7 bands, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's a very busy man.
He's got a lot on his plate right now. For
Something
sure.
about drummers, I don't know. They're just very busy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Solid drummer though.
our other
Oh, yeah,
our other lead guitar player is David Krause from Scars of Armageddon now, and he sings
yeah.
too. He does all the falsettos on Beyond Eternity, singing really high. So
Nice.
Yeah, you'll hear him on there.
on the new
I'm
album,
also
too.
a fan of Scars of Armageddon. I've shared the stage with them probably, I don't know, maybe like four times. They were, I forgot what it was. I think it was the Waukegan Zombie Walk. It's this
Yeah.
really, really awesome fest where it's just like they close off a couple blocks of Waukegan's downtown area, and it's just music, and all the bars are throwing, you know, little parties, and there's like face painting to make yourself look like a zombie, whatever, you know. But there
Yeah.
was one end of it where it was just all metal, and we were sharing the
Nice.
stage with, I think Scars of Armageddon closed out the night, and they fucking destroyed, like everyone was into them, just, you know, going nuts.
That's
It
awesome.
was
man.
really cool to see. You know, you don't, you know, like obviously being, you know, on the scene and playing a lot of shows, unless you're like on a bigger bill, you don't really see like at local shows a lot of people fucking, you know, getting into you. You know, there's always those 4 people, you know, try to start a pit, you know, kind of like jokingly, but
I don't like moshing.
you don't like, oh,
No.
you don't like moshing.
I say, look, all the tall guys need to go to the front and stand there with their arms crossed. And if you want to mosh, go mosh in the back.
Yeah. So no moshing and no ska.
No
You heard
moshing
it.
in the front. You can mosh in the back, but
You don't like a lot of stuff, huh?
look, you know, everyone tries to bump into me. They're not going to move me. I'm a brick wall, man.
Oh yeah.
And you're just wasting your time. Like
No.
sometimes the mosh pit will break out, and I'll just stand there. And then there's nothing they can do about it because
Yeah.
I'm a mass of muscle and fat and flab,
Yeah.
and they're these weak
Deal
little
with it.
skinny
Yeah.
moshers. They can't do nothing.
Oh yeah.
So they need to pack on those LBs.
Oh yeah.
Those LBs.
Now, if there's a guy bigger than me, then maybe I'll get out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, I was at. I think last year I went to see Megadeth, and I had never experienced. There was somebody taller than me right in front of me. I'm like, oh crap! I kind of had to think about it for a second. I'm like, I think maybe I should just stay at the back of at the back.
Nah, you know what? That's bullshit because short people, they can move around.
Yeah,
they can sneak in front of us.
No.
It's not.
Everybody feels sorry for them. Lets them
You're not
out on
gonna
the bar.
notice it as
I don't
much.
feel sorry for them or short girls. You
Yeah.
know, not my problem. You know, be 6'3". All right, just be 6'3".
Uh-huh.
I can't help it. But yeah, do you see that?
It's
There's
not
like
always as easy as that, man.
it is.
Yeah.
Well, you're little, you don't. Can you
Well,
see a
See, I
concert?
know from experience.
Yeah, where do you stand? I can stand
Wherever
on
I can
stage.
see.
I can stand
man.
wherever I
I
want.
stand on stage.
He's on
yeah.
stage. He's looking down at people. It's the
Nice.
opposite. Well, I mean, it depends on where you're playing. Sometimes you're on the same level as people.
Right.
You got to move the pool table, you know. But all right, so yeah, you have a solid lineup. I love Scars of Armageddon. Jason is all of his things, like he's got so much going on right now. So you guys have a pretty awesome lineup there, which is pretty cool. Enough to write a kick-ass album. I'm excited. So you guys are obviously in the beginning stages of it then,
It's almost done.
It's almost done.
I mean,
yeah.
we've got a lot of stuff already written.
We just
Okay.
got to
It's already demoed,
make it all flow,
Mm-hmm.
rewrite some parts maybe.
Are you going to go back to the person who recorded your E EP?
It depends how much he charges us. If you're watching this, Matt, give us a discount.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, we do have to rework some
Palmer
songs.
Scott again.
Oh, Palmer Scott, yeah, you may know him as a famous actor from Tim and Eric. He was a pivotal
What?
part of making our last album.
Seriously?
Yeah,
he ended up involved. Yes, he
He
did.
harassed Matt Motto to get him to send me some isolated bass tracks that Matt was forgetting to send me. So I got Palmer Scott on the case. He's the Sit On You guy from Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I sit on you.
Yeah.
I got him to send a video message to Matt Motto saying, Matt Motto, send Nigel Bravo those bass tracks at once.
Okay,
Or
so-
now or something.
Is this real?
It
It's
is.
in
Can't tell if this
I
is
was gonna say,
real.
we've got like a behind the scenes
Yeah,
with
of-
documentary footage
of
from
Beyond Eternity.
making the album. That's actually in there.
And you guys,
you
this
know. And that's
can
on
be
our
found
on our
YouTube.
YouTube channel. Yeah.
Destruction official YouTube channel.
Active Destruction official, guys. Check
Yeah,
it
I
out.
think that video is called Behind Eternity.
The making of the EP.
Jesus, how did I miss that?
Oh,
I
dude.
saw everything else. I saw the Castlevania cover you guys did, which was
Probably
incredible.
just, Facebook
Yeah.
algorithms.
Yeah. They try to hide the good stuff from
Yeah,
me.
I know. It's all conspiracy. But
But yeah, Palmer Scott harassing Matt Motto was a good time.
yeah.
So
That's
we
awesome.
might just straight up skip Matt Motto, just record with Palmer Scott this time.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have any experience, but he's a good actor. Well, he's
Oh,
an
yeah.
actor.
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
He's an actor.
He's solid. Let's just say he's solid. But all right, so you, God, I don't even know where to go now.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I sidetracked everything.
Yeah, that
He's
was
really
awesome.
good for that, man.
Yeah. No, this is good though. You did the Castlevania cover. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, if you go to the 616 Entertainment YouTube channel, we did a cover of Bloody Tears from the Castlevania games, and
Dude, guys,
he played guitar, I played keys.
It's really awesome. It's very sweet. And again, I don't know. Like you said, you mixed it, right?
Yeah, I
production
recorded
is
it.
very solid on that. Like it was good. It was great. So
Thanks.
check it out. And I was telling him, besides the fact that I've seen him a couple times, I was struggling to see if maybe we shared the stage. I think maybe once, but he was also on this YouTube channel, I think the same one, where he was trying to come up with backstories for all the Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, Clueless Combat
yeah.
this section was called.
Oh,
That
my
was a
God.
good one, man.
That was incredible. Like I'm a huge fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise.
Oh, nice. So you were probably...
So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
let's see.
Last one I played was Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah,
So
it was amazing.
I did my best. I got meat right.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
right,
did.
man.
You got
Meat.
me right.
He's
yeah.
a pile of meat.
Oh yeah, you were right. Yeah, I didn't see what your tally was at the end, but by the end I was just like, holy shit.
Was he from the Quan Lee region?
Yeah, the Quan
Lee region. Yeah. Oh, it was
Whatever that
great.
means.
That's one of those things I'm like, oh god, that is such a great idea. Why didn't I think of it?
Yeah, but if you like video game stuff, check out 616 Entertainment on YouTube. We also did a theme song for their show called Hot Hammer Smash.
Okay.
We did like an anime Japanese style intro song. And I say Hot Hammer
my
Smash
God.
in Japanese.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned Japanese
That
just,
could be found on that
just
channel?
to say.
Yeah, it's in the
Every
beginning.
video?
It's at the beginning of every
Yeah.
one of those Hot Hammer Smash.
The plot of this
episodes.
show is there's this guy called the Artist, formerly known as Mike Charles. He heats up a hammer with a lighter, and then they smash stuff like PlayStations,
Yeah.
laptops.
Yeah, with the hammer.
It's a Hot Hammer Smash.
Yeah.
It's a very simple show.
Yeah, it's
It's
right
exactly
on the
what you would imagine.
We did like this anime intro, and I learned Japanese. Well, I learned how to
a
say
phrase, yeah.
yeah, Hoto Hanma Samasu. It sounds racist, but that's literally
Check
how
it
you
out.
say
though.
it.
Check it
Yeah.
out. It's much
You
better.
gotta
It's much better in
practice
the
it.
video. You know.
Oh god, that's amazing. Holy shit.
Let's check that out.
Okay. that's awesome. Let's talk about your musical influences.
All right. Very.
Let's start
Been
with
listening
you.
to the same music since I've been born.
Uh-huh.
Our father was a big metalhead, played in a thrash band back in the day,
Yeah.
and so I was raised on King Diamond, Judas
Oh,
Priest.
Awesome.
So
I mean, yeah,
best bands ever: King Diamond, Nevermore.
Yeah, we're lucky enough to be
So
around
you two know
that
each other
since,
pretty intimately.
since
and
we were kids. You know,
Oh, that's my brother.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
brothers, man.
That's my
My actual
Older-
brother.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
older little
Not-
brother.
Not like a Hulk Hogan brother,
Yeah,
but
brother.
Right.
running wild.
Right.
an actual brother. So, all right, King Diamond, Judas Priest, and you were just listening to
Nevermore.
that growing up.
You know,
Yeah, King Diamond, Judas Priest, Nevermore, Megadeth. You know, like
anything with good
The
guitar
classics,
playing.
man.
Anything with good
the
guitar playing.
classics.
So your dad was a guitar player then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Do you remember the name of the band? I mean,
Yeah, he was in a band called Brain Damage.
Brain Damaged. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. That's awesome. So you guys obviously grew up listening to all this. Just immediately started to want to play instruments, or
He started playing guitar first.
yeah.
Well, actually, I actually learned how to play drums before I played guitar.
He never knew
And
how to
then,
play drums.
well, I was trying to learn. Okay, I was trying to learn how to play drums, and I was getting somewhere, right? But I don't know how old I was, maybe 7 or something. Once I actually started, having an actual interest in it.
Right.
You know, but then, like, I think I was around maybe 10 or 11, and then, for whatever reason, like, I wanted to play guitar instead. Then at that point,
think-
so then that's where I am now.
I think every guitarist first wants to play drums and then ends up playing guitar. I was kind of the same way, and my parents were like, "The fuck, you're not gonna have a drum set in my house,"
Right.
And
Well, and on the
I
plus side
understand
too, being a guitar player is a lot less expensive than being a drummer.
oh, hands down, I've
Well,
seen-
especially for like the kind of music that we're doing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I recently became a drummer, and no, I did not know that you had to pay for each cymbal and a hi-hat.
Yeah.
So expensive. You got to pay for both of them. It's
Yeah.
a separate cost. I thought they
then
sell
there's
them
the
together.
singer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like putting together like
The cymbals, they're so expensive.
Yeah. The cymbals, you have to reskin everything. Like what? What is that even?
Well, I'm not that good of a drummer. I reskin anything.
Everything's stock.
He's a beginner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play punk drums.
Punk
Let's
drums.
leave it at that. Not ska.
And
Not ska.
Guys,
Let us
make
be
that
clear.
decision. No ska. Alright.
I think ska music started the coronavirus. I'm going to say it. The data is clear.
Hey, it's very at this point, no scientists can agree. Maybe
They-
ska started it.
They
That's a bold
can't
strategy, Nigel.
disprove it.
They can't disprove it, Whether it was a conspiracy by the liberals or maybe it was just ska. It's everything's on the table. Let's just throw it out there. Fuck you, ska.
If they watched those dirty trumpets, maybe we wouldn't have.
Exactly. Maybe if they actually changed out those mouthpieces, those reeds or whatever. I don't know how trumpets work.
Yeah, reed. Now it reeds.
Not reeds.
That's saxophone's a double reed instrument.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so
He
you
plays
started
guitar.
playing drums. You changed to guitar. When did you start playing bass and keyboards and all that?
High school, he comes to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, let me break this
brother.
down. Let me break this down for you, bro. I need a bass player. I need one. I play guitar." And I'm like,
I
all
said
right.
it just like that.
That's
too.
exactly what happens.
I'm
That's
like, all right,
exactly
I'll learn how
what
to
my
play
voice
bass.
sounded like.
No. You just
So
dump
then,
it in.
then I learned bass, and then after playing bass for a while, you learn guitar also because it's the same instrument. A lot of people won't tell you that because they just like to play simple bass. Well, I don't.
All right.
So I like to fly over the fucking fretboard, but bass, guitar, and then recently, the last couple of years, piano, keyboard, synth, and then like last year, drums. Started that. So
Very cool.
I'm a jack of all trades.
I don't
He's a
know,
master.
man.
He's a guitar master. I'm a jack of.
Guys,
all trades.
We got a master and a jack. So, all right. Let me ask you this: do you use a pick or do you pluck?
Of course I use a pick. What do you think? I'm stupid? You can't play fast with your
Yeah, it was
fingers.
coming, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fact. Why do you think guitar players don't use their fingers? It's the same instrument. I'm tired of these losers with their shitty finger tones trying to play fast. I mean, like, Billy Sheehan could do
How
it.
about Alex
but,
Webster?
He's
No?
got a shitty tone. But he plays some cool stuff sometimes, depending on what he's in,
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, he can't do triplets that fast. You can't go trem picking that fast with your fingers. You just can't do it.
It's not going to be as tight.
No. So anyone who says you can't play bass with a pick, they're wrong. Because guitar players started with their fingers, and now everyone uses a pick.
David Ellefson.
Well, he's not a good bass player. I like him, but none of his lines are interesting,
Dave,
really.
If you're watching this, Dave, which is highly unlikely, we're not picking on you.
Here's my bass influences: Billy Sheehan from David Lee Roth's band, and Dave LaRue, who played with Steve Morse.
Oh, very good.
And that's it.
That's
That's it.
That's it. No
Yeah.
ska.
No.
They pretty much play
No.
everything, right? They pretty much cover it all.
Oh yeah. Hey, I had a bass player come in here say one of their biggest influences was Yes. So
Okay.
it's a very wide spectrum, of what can influence you, but that's pretty goddamn solid. That's-
Absolutely.
And I like that kid from YouTube, Davey504 or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar.
It's just like bass memes.
Oh really?
I don't know. He's got like 5 billion subscribers.
That guy's channel's all
Some
about
Italian
bass.
guy with just plays bass.
Oh yeah.
And memes.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll check it out.
I mean, it's,
Yeah. Well, what are your influences then? What influenced your guitar playing? Is it just what we stated at the beginning?
You mean like
Megadeth and
just like the kind of guitar that I like to play?
Yeah, because
I mean, obviously, all that stuff had a huge impact on me. That was some of the first music I probably ever heard.
yeah, like my dad growing up.
Or at least when I try to remember that far back, like that's what comes to mind,
Oh yeah.
So like, definitely Glenn Tipton, Andy LaRocque,
Oh.
Marty
amazing guitar
Friedman,
player. Yeah.
Jason Becker.
Love me some Marty Friedman. Becker's awesome.
Like that's the older guys,
Oh yeah, the shredders. You gotta have some shred.
I feel like there's not enough shredding these days, and that's sad to me because I want to hear lead guitar.
It's not really in style at the moment, man. At least not from what
I will
I
say
gather.
this, at least like with our scene, with the Chicago local scene, we still have a lot of that, which is good. But
a lot of it today is just like old school simple death metal too.
Yeah,
like
that's
all
true.
I guess maybe since the new wave thrash thing isn't as much as it was back when we started, that's when everyone was playing thrash and stuff.
like late 2000s.
Shred.
yeah.
So
Well, you could.
now
you
it's
could
sort
be
of
assured.
shifted to black metal and just old school death metal. It
Pretty
seems
much.
like.
Yeah, it's just that's what's super popular right now.
Oh.
At least around here,
Oh yeah, at least us and Vicious Attack. Ooh, we're still shredding pretty mindlessly. So
That's the key to rock and roll is lead guitar. If
Oh,
you're not playing lead guitar, what's the point? Just
Yeah.
play bass.
it's like eating.
Just play bass.
Oh man, it's like
I'm
eating
a-
ramen without the flavor packet. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a pretty solid statement, I'd say. But yeah, okay. So tell me about the early days of your band. Then it's you two just making music essentially. That's essentially how it starts. Did you have a different band before Active Destruction?
Nope.
No.
No, it was just at the beginning.
It was just.
I wrote like a group of songs that I was getting really into. So like you said before, at that point And I was like, I need a bass player, man.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play bass.
Yeah.
So, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Then we found a drummer.
Okay.
That was the guy who was on our first record.
Glenn Mendoza.
Mm-hmm. Shout out.
Doesn't play drums anymore, but that's okay.
Yeah, go listen to that first album.
Hey,
Before we ended up recording that record, we went through a couple guitar players too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we actually played live exclusively for I don't know how many years
before we even put out a record.
4 or 5 years, just with the stuff we were doing.
Oh yeah.
It's constantly evolving during that time too.
Yeah, that's how it starts. You're playing shows and then.
But everything was. We were getting great responses from every show we did, so we just kept doing it,
Of course. And eventually people keep coming up to you guys saying how awesome you are. And then they're like, do you guys have a CD or anything? And then you're like, no, but we're working on it.
We're broke.
Right, yeah.
We're young and broke. Now we got real jobs and we can afford to make albums.
Yeah. You got real jobs and you're still broke.
Yeah. You vote for me.
The life of a musician, man.
Yeah, that is the life of a musician. So, yeah.
Yeah, that first album was more, I guess, just fast, aggressive, thrashy.
Mm-hmm.
And now, with Beyond Eternity, we took a step more into intricate melodies and harmonies.
Yeah. It's definitely more melodic, I will say that.
But the interesting thing is the songs we were playing before our first album, those were more melodic too.
And all those are not on that record.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did the aggressive first
album. Those
album.
people during that time got to see that. That's as far as that went,
Okay.
And then we did Extinction's pretty thrashy.
But I think all those songs are written probably around 2009 to 2010 or something like that.
Okay.
On that record, the songs that we just released on our EP were done back at, I wrote all those in 2012, 13, but we just put it out now.
Okay, very
well. Besides Stark Blast, that was a newer.
Yeah, no, that's actually the most recent one.
Last track on the EP, that's our newest thing we wrote.
Yeah, I kind of know how you feel in a way. You can't, obviously we have more songs under that. You can't see it, guys.
Yeah.
YouTube land, you can't see the board, but there's a bunch of songs there. We're recording a new album, Vicious Attack. I think it's 13 songs with the intro, but it's a lot of older songs and kind of a mesh of old and new. Older songs that just never got to the recording that still pretty much define who we are. The newer stuff, like when I joined Vicious Attack, I don't really have a style, so it's weird. I kind of adopted to these guys, but my style isn't thrash, straight up thrash. It's a lot of intricate picking and all that. So I don't know. It's a weird blend, but it works really well. So when you're coming out with this new album and using older songs, it is interesting to see where that all falls together.
No, definitely, man.
So, what is your lyrical content typically when you're writing songs?
Well,
I mean, there's not a specific goal in mind,
Do you guys?
It's whatever services the pieces individually. The first album, Extinction, was a loose concept album.
Okay.
About the apocalypse, end of the world, Mad Max.
I guess you could, if you were reading the lyrics, you could read it in 2 different ways, I guess, depending on what you wanted to see.
But with Beyond Eternity, each song stands on its own, but follows a similar vibe of expanding your mind, power of thoughts, intention.
Yeah, there's definitely an underlying theme throughout.
Killing your ego death.
Okay.
And then the last song, Stark Blast, is actually about Stephen King's Dark Tower universe.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a fan, but
I like Stephen King.
Me and him, man, we love those books.
Okay.
So anyone that likes the Dark Tower will probably get a kick out of some lines in that song. Yeah.
They'll know exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, so that was going to be my follow-up. Is one person isn't just writing all the lyrics? It's kind of like a collective.
Well, John's the main writer, and then he shows me what he got, and I tell him it's bullshit.
Look through it.
I'm terrible bullshit. Rewrite this line. Rewrite this line.
At least up to this point, for what we've done so far, the majority of everything originally, it comes from me, and then once I have something that I think is worth sharing with people, you know. And I'll share with the rest of the guys, and you know, if anybody's got ideas that'll serve the song better, you know, I'm all ears, you know.
Well, let the record show that I wrote all the songs and I deserve the credit.
Oh yeah. When eventually
I wrote his guitar parts on bass and showed them to him later.
There you go. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like Extinction, you know, that's what I felt like doing at that time, you know. And the new stuff is like, that's what I felt like doing at the time that I wrote that. So
I like a band.
But like I was saying before, it's like I don't have a specific goal in mind as to what we're gonna sound like all the time.
It's not really like an agenda or anything, you know. Just whatever services. The
obviously,
songs themselves.
everybody in this band is big fans of this kind of music. You know?
So it works on that surface, but at the same time, you're like, whatever flows, you know, whatever you want to play. Like I'm kind of the same way, where I just like to feel it out essentially, and I just play cool shit when I think is cool. You know, it doesn't have to fall under certain parameters or rules.
Yeah, like I made this live intro for us that we used for the Beyond Eternity release show. That's just all synth, like a Blade Runner type feel. You know, Vangelis.
Very nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, when I asked you about the lyrical content for a second, I'm like, all right. Video games.
Well, definitely a big influence on us. Video
Right.
games, video game music, the soundtrack to Gradius 3, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Big influences. But, you know, we like to keep the lyrics vague enough.
Yeah,
that,
for interpretation.
No, keep them vague enough that anyone could...
Sorry, I didn't
Right.
interrupt. I just think it's funny that he's answering that.
Well,
but-
he's not good with words. Let the record show. He may be good at guitar, but that mouth is broken, boy. Why did I say that? Cut that out.
Absolutely not.
Like
You want to play bass, man?
No, I don't. I never did.
You're going straight to synth.
It's all
Yeah,
been a lie.
I'd rather play keyboards, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You could put
I'd get more
you could put
girlfriends.
trumpet sounds on the
You know what? I'm fine with trumpets on synthetic
Only
trumpets. I'm fine with
Oh,
synthetic
yeah.
trumpets.
synthetic trumpets.
Yeah, not analog
Real
trumpets.
things? No.
Garbage.
Get it out of here.
With the pitch
Toss it
shifter.
out.
But you know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not our job to tell anyone what any of the songs mean. You know, there's certain lines and lyrics, phrases that could be. We want the listener to take what they could take out of it. So, you know, like with Mark Lanigan, he's a big influence on us lyrically. Just how it seems like every line matters. Not necessarily the subject matter of those lines.
No, that's true.
but
I mean,
just the writing style of.
I do tend to spend a lot of time
Where if you think
you know,
about each song,
going over these lyrics before
Oh yeah.
I finally decide, hey, you know, I got nothing else to do here.
every time you listen to it, you might hear a new line that sparks your and then
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Besides the one about the Dark Tower series, that one's
pretty
just
straight on the
It's
money.
kind of just like it's all the same though, man. It's just art, you know. It's just like painting. It's like, when are you done?
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know what I
Never. Add another coat.
It's like just when you decide to be, you know.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
If you got nothing else to say,
Exactly.
you know, there you go.
As you know, I'm not. When I write, I just focus entirely. I'll come up with a song title, but I'm not the vocalist, so that's his job, you know, in a way. But
Yeah.
like, I come up with the song title of what I'm feeling when I'm writing it, and it's something probably dumb, you know. But I'm like, this is what the song's about. And then I give it to the next person who's like, yeah, I can't do anything with the singularity, you know, or like whatever song title I had on there. He's like, but here's these lyrics. I'm like, okay, you know, like every band does things differently.
You know, it's
for sure.
interesting. It's like,
Yeah,
what do you write
definitely.
first? A title, the lyrics, or the riffs? You know, and it goes back and forth. You know,
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. It's like, you know, every band has a different process for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially,
definitely. I mean, everybody I talk to, you know,
mhm.
it's always different for everybody.
Yeah, and it's especially different with members that have members who are also singing and playing at the same time. I feel, you know, like
Yeah, well,
you
yeah,
make
a lot
the
of thought
vocal
has to go
patterns
into
to
that,
fit
man.
into when you're playing too.
A lot more thought has to go into that to
Yes.
make it feasible in a live environment. You know?
definitely.
That our first album, Extinction, was pretty fast picking and playing the whole time through. Like there's no
Like, you don't want to write something that you're going to have bad time playing.
Playing
you know?
it live, it,
like
it always wears you out. So with Beyond Eternity,
You want to be on stage and be like, why the hell did I do this?
it being more melody based, we gave more thought.
Yeah, another one of those things is like when you do see a member that also sings and plays, I think that's kind of amazing on its own because it's like, I do backup vocals, but it's very like, just a couple words and then back off the mic,
Yeah.
I can't imagine playing and just singing the whole time. How did you teach yourself how to do that?
I was gonna say, at least in my experience, obviously I couldn't do that at all
It's
at the
not a
beginning.
necessity.
Like, we couldn't find a singer when we started. I just wanted to play guitar originally,
You
man.
didn't want to sing.
But, we didn't really know anybody that could do that for us at that time. At least not around us. So I, eventually learned how to do that. Just like anything,
lot of singing.
repetition, man.
Yeah.
And how Acts Destruction works so well now, I think, is because we're both singing most of the time, or in complement of each other. I do the low death metal brutal stuff. He does like the mid stuff. And now we got Dave Krause singing high falsettos.
Yeah, the voices seem to work well together,
So-
which is awesome.
But my vocal parts came in because he's like, you sing this part of this song live because he couldn't sing and play it.
Yeah.
And then,
No, that's exactly what happened too, because it worked out. I think to everyone's benefit.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those times where I'm just doing backup vocals again. I'm not singing through the whole goddamn, show, but I just be like, this is just ridiculous. I can't concentrate and play whatever I'm doing here, and
see, the key is you got to get in the zone where you're not thinking about what you're playing or thinking about what you're singing.
Yeah, see,
You got
it's
to not
like-
think about either thing.
It's like a total dissociation.
that's
almost
that's a skill on its
like
own.
autopilot,
It's just-
man.
Like,
Yeah.
what messes me up is if I can't remember the first lyric.
Because if you
Now,
start
if I
focusing too much on one thing,
Yeah.
you're gonna focus.
If I
on less
forget
on
that
the other
first lyric, I'm going to forget all the lines. But if I remember the first word, I'll be fine.
It'll work
so
out.
like, if like the third verse comes around and I forget the first line, I'm like, fuck. Because now I got to think about what I'm singing, and then I'm not in that zone between singing and playing. I don't know. It's weird.
thing. But
I never really
when it
thought
comes to
about
new music, though, it's like I just tend to. It seems to work out pretty well a lot faster. So I'll play it so much that I could play it without even paying attention to it.
Okay, so yeah, let's
You know what I
talk
mean?
about like these new songs that you guys are writing, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you're just at home practicing those new songs. Are you singing with your guitar playing, or do you separate that?
Well, usually this is how I usually do it, is I'll learn the guitar parts, perfect first.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, I'll repeat them over and over until I could play them without even thinking about them.
Mm-hmm.
I could have a conversation with him while I'm playing, almost to that point,
See, yeah.
because then I could, devote my attention to, organizing where I'm gonna, sing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot easier than trying to do both at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's insane. So
I don't know. I don't know how Krause does it. He has to actually sing notes.
Yeah.
he's on another level, man.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how other people do. That's just how I figured it out. But
Yeah, even our drummer for Vicious Attack, he's got backup vocals. I think he has more than me. And I always found that crazy because, like, a drummer has to do so much more while doing this and leaning into a microphone and all that.
And singing in a different rhythm than the way you're playing.
Yeah, that's just, it definitely is a skill that, I don't think a lot of people even think about, really. Like, they put it under a microscope. But,
no, man, you're probably not gonna ever think about that unless you're a musician.
oh, yeah, definitely. It's one of those things, it's like, I feel like, when you get complimented at the end of the show, it's just like, oh, you guys sounded great. And of course, you're thinking, like, oh, I fucked that part up, I fucked this part up, I fucked that part up, I forgot the lyrics here,
Whatever,
But,
man.
like,
I was like, I'm just glad that they had a good time,
Yeah, the last thing the audience member is thinking is like, holy crap, like all the stuff that's going on, you guys are singing and playing and all that, and, it's one of those things, definitely, it's just the musician strictly, It's kind of like what progressive metal is for, If you lose yourself and you're like, oh, I can't find the downbeat, it's like, I feel like that's mostly for other musicians, in a way. You're kind of satisfying your own likes,
I mean, I can't imagine liking music and not being a musician. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, what, regular people? That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
I
when you
know.
think about how weird it is that you're a regular person that just listens to music, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, like, it's weird because you never were that person, and you can't ever be that person now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was, I guess.
Yeah. It's one of those things
We
where
said no
it's-
phones.
Yeah, what the hell, Fabian? Keeping it in. But yeah, yeah,
The world will never know.
the world would never know. It is one of those things. I met a person in my life that he said, I just don't listen to music, and that blows my mind.
Wow.
It's not like saying, oh, I don't watch sports, because you can kind of understand that.
Well, sports are terrible, okay? No, I'm serious, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Art elevates.
And I'll tell you why.
Art elevates mankind. Sports pacifies us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's pacification. It's a time killer. There's no art in sport. There's moments where it gets very close to art, but it never is.
Yeah.
And so art elevates. Sports pacifies. Send me my hate mail online. I don't care.
No, it's true.
I used to play
He's
sports,
right, you know.
and it's a waste of time.
It is funny.
Baseball, biggest waste of time.
Yeah.
Literally. Why does that take so long?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Just
enjoyed
killing
playing
time.
it, right? I enjoyed playing sports.
I don't like
Yeah.
watching. Yeah, I like playing darts.
Yeah. The only thing that I really get into is I like,
Darts is the most important sport. If you can't play your sport in a bar, does it really count?
yeah. If you can't hold a drink while you're doing the sport, what are you even doing?
Then it's a game for children. If you
Exactly.
can't drink during it, it's a game for children. We solved it.
That's why bowling is the best sport, because you could drink while playing it. Think we figured it out. Think it's over? No. But I don't even remember where we were.
You said something about sports.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, before that, you were talking about singing and playing, but
Yeah, but sports, it's like being a person who watches sports. Like right now with the outbreak, all sports are canceled, and those people are losing their minds.
They have
a
to live
lot
with
of people
themselves
right
now.
now that are just going nuts,
Yeah,
man.
they used it as to pacify themselves. Now they're becoming animals and hoarding the toilet paper and eating all the bread.
Yeah, what the hell?
Beasts.
All the bread, you know. There was a short second where you couldn't buy eggs. I'm like, I fucking
Yeah.
love eggs.
Who stockpiled 30 cases of eggs? What are they like eating omelets for every meal?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm like, I love breakfast is my favorite meal. I fucking love breakfast.
It's the best.
And you need eggs in anything that you make for breakfast.
Everything pretty much.
So there was a day where I was just really angry. I'm just like, I should be able to go to my goddamn grocery store and get eggs.
It's the people that watch basketball
Yeah, it's them.
that stole all the eggs.
Specifically them.
Yeah.
You know, those are the same people who are like, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna go down to the beach. You know, and we're just gonna hang out
It's
on
nice
the beach.
out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we got this stupid. What is it? Not quarantine.
Quarantine. We actually just made a short film. It's very weird.
That's right. I didn't actually see it, but I saw that you guys posted that. Right?
Did we?
Not.
Not yet?
I?
No.
I don't know. If
You know what?
That's what I'm
It's
asking.
going live today.
I'm
It's
mistaking
called-
it for Smashed Potato did something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I made
I mean, it'll be online by the time this is online. But
Okay.
It's called
Where-
Covidiocy.
COVIDiocy. Okay.
It's about two musicians being quarantined in the
That's
rock
nice.
spot, going insane.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Can't leave your room, man.
Yeah, guys, check that out. I'm assuming that's going to be on your YouTube channel.
No, that's on my YouTube channel, which
Oh.
is real weird.
Exclusive
just
content.
yours now.
John's on it sometimes, but it is mine. It's called Stoke Crow Comedy, Crow with a K, Comedy with a K.
Okay.
I've got such hit shows as Hot Pepper Karaoke.
Hit shows.
Yeah.
Did you just
Okay.
say hot pepper karaoke?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You eat
it's
hot
exactly what
pepper
you think.
and then try to sing karaoke.
That's amazing.
You want to be on season 2?
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're setting it up.
I would love that.
All right, you're booked. Season
My,
2.
my drummer loves hot sauces and just eating hot stuff. So it would be interesting to see you do some karaoke, buddy. You can't see him; he's behind the camera. He's hiding.
Some scorpion pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Everything
God.
just went out of focus.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ. Oh, that would be great.
I make weird
Hit
short
me up.
films. I made one called Bathroom Man, Word Boy,
Yeah, let's just tell everybody,
boy.
man.
and
Hey,
then we
throw
have this-
everything out there. That's awesome.
You know,
He's in some of the stuff.
yeah, some highbrow comedy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
real weird absurdism.
Very nice.
Low effort content mostly.
Low effort.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, what are you doing if you're not having a little fun with it? It's like, what's the point?
That is the
Yeah,
point.
exactly. I have, there are some like riff cities that I'm doing now where there are little bloopers. I just leave them in because why not? It's hilarious.
My favorite part of Riff City so far is when Tommy said, "This riff's stupid."
Yeah.
So
Armor
good.
Assault, yeah.
So good.
What you guys didn't see, I edited that so perfectly. There were so many times when he's playing, he's like, fuck, I'm like, why am I here? Like, there are so many times in that where he's like, why am I here? I'm not the guy who can teach people this stuff. He's like, what's the other guitar player's name? The new one.
Well, who they got
The new
now?
one.
Yeah.
Look, all I like is Tommy. I don't like the other guy. No offense,
Don't say that.
but you're not Tommy.
You're not Tommy. But he
We
kept
love
saying, he's
Tommy,
like, why isn't
okay?
he here? He can teach them. And like, I can't teach for shit. And the whole episode, you can see there's the beginning where he's just like, okay, let's do this, to the end where he's just upset. And
Like,
I
slowly
want to
see
be done.
his decline.
Yeah, exactly. But I edited it perfectly. That one was hard. I tell you that.
You know, Pindy from Armored Assault's on Beyond Eternity.
Really?
Singing in the chorus of Stark Blast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We've always wanted to do like
Yeah,
with our new
been
album.
friends with those guys a long time.
Oh,
they're
great
awesome guys, man.
I'm so glad that they're back into the fold now.
No, I know they've been working on stuff for a while
Yeah.
now. So
They're ready to go back in the studio. They said by now they should be, but who knows with all this going on right now.
yeah,
They said
We'll
hopefully
see.
by the end of the summer they'll have a brand new album that they have artwork already that they're ready to show people. So I'm excited. When I first came into the Chicago metal scene, they were like one of the first bands I ever saw.
okay.
And
Yeah.
I remember his purple guitar. I thought it was purple. Apparently it's red.
Is that same V?
Yeah, it's the same V.
Depending on the lighting, yeah.
Exactly. And they were playing, and one of their songs has like a Calliope like circus, like boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop,
that's
boop, boop,
called The
boop, boop.
Beast, right?
Yeah, it was on Call
Yeah.
of the Beast. And I thought, I'm like, holy, like that's amazing to be able to just play an awesome thrashy song and then go and do a whole different thing, essentially,
It reminds me of like a System of a Down vibe,
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's what caught my eye, and I'm like, eventually I have to work with these guys somehow. So that was that. You guys saw, the Riff City. Eventually, later, the Coffee Tyme episode with them, and there's a lot of funny moments in that too.
Oh, I bet, man.
Was Pindy there?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny because, he looked like he had just woken up,
That's how he always looks.
and he's just like the whole time. It was just like, but delight, absolute delight. Those guys were great. But yeah, all right. So you guys are going to be working on this album soon. What is your typical process for like when you're obviously going to record it? But do you guys have a usual person you go to for artwork?
Oh yeah, Jay Dellinger actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's a friend from high school.
I went to high school with
Does
him.
he have a
Oldest friend,
channel?
probably.
Do you want
A channel? No, I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so. No, not that I'm aware of, man.
But Jay Dellinger, he did the artwork for Extinction and Beyond Eternity, and he'll do our next album.
Yeah, he's done all of our
Nice.
stuff so far,
to?
man.
That's awesome. So you'll hit him up for artwork. Then eventually, you got to figure like what kind of merch are we gonna do and all that. You know?
Yep.
Very cool. The whole thing.
Yeah, just like anything else.
Oh yeah. You guys don't have any shows or anything planned?
Well, everything's canceled
Everything's
right now,
canceled.
so I mean, we'll see what
we
happens.
were gonna go on tour with King Diamond, but
Yeah, like
it got
canceled, guys.
canceled.
Yeah.
So I had to rescind my 2 weeks notice from work.
No,
And
yeah.
fucking-
I was about to quit.
yeah, man, King Diamond and
Yeah.
Creator.
You just went to your boss. You're like, hey, so.
About that.
He's like, yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but the coronavirus happened. Everybody is gone now. You're like, oh shit.
No, we got no shows booked though, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're focusing on the new album.
Oh, of course.
So
Yeah, I mean,
later
obviously-
this year, hopefully, we'll be playing a bunch.
Yeah, you guys
I mean,
hopefully will be.
We'll play it by ear, see what happens and stuff, but
Mm-hmm. Well, let me know when you guys.
if it becomes possible and feasible, we'll record everything
Yeah,
at some
yeah.
point. When things tend to
At some-
stabilize,
Right.
if that
Yeah.
is even going to happen.
Yeah, I was telling these
anytime
guys.
soon.
I was telling these guys off mic. I've had to do so many reschedules and just, it's a whole thing. But Vicious Attack is still going strong, recording this new album. So hopefully, we'll have that ready for you guys. But
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Like I said, I've been a fan for
Yeah.
quite some time now.
oh, thanks, guys or guy. I don't know. You're feeling. You're like, no, fuck these guys.
Like I know we played with Vicious Attack back around the time when we
Oh
started
yeah, like
playing.
Doug's Rock House and shit like
Yeah.
that. What was that spot in Addison? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a
Like I
little bar.
said, I've
Where you
only
stand on the floor.
Yeah, I've been with these guys for 6
Like
years.
anywhere.
Oh yeah, you gotta move the pool table. But yeah, all right. So you guys got nothing booked right now. I'm sure you'll do the usual media press. Get on anybody who'll have you. Maybe go back on the Metal Experience.
We'll probably not tell anyone
Yeah.
about the new album. Just drop it at
Yeah.
midnight.
Dude, the Metal Experience, those guys are so freaking busy now. Like,
Oh.
we already booked the date for next year.
They book a year in advance.
They might all be ruined because the virus,
Oh,
the
God.
quarantine. They stopped doing shows.
Luckily,
Does it all go backwards now? I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Luckily, I haven't been affected by it too much, just besides the reschedules,
Yeah.
But Metal Experience, that's all they were at a bar. That was their that was their headquarters.
Yeah, it's
you know.
where they operate out of.
It really sucks, when everybody is like, it's not just about the rescheduling, It's about having your base and half of your equipment taken away, which is what happened with them. It's all locked in the basement of the
Fitz's
Fitz's
spare keys.
Yeah. So
Yeah, man, that does suck, man. There's nothing you can do about that right now.
it's a rough time, guys. But in this time, you can listen to some kick-ass music. Check them out. Are you guys on all the streaming platforms?
Spotify, all that
everywhere,
garbage.
man.
All that garbage.
I fucking hate Spotify, but we're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about
Spotify,
Bandcamp?
YouTube,
Yeah,
Bandcamp,
buy it
for
from
sure, man.
Bandcamp.
Mhm.
I love Bandcamp.
Yeah, give them money, guys.
And if you buy it from Bandcamp, obviously that goes straight to us. So
Oh
You
yeah.
listen it for free on YouTube.
No
Who
middleman.
cares? Yeah.
Or you could listen to them on
stream
YouTube.
on YouTube, whatever.
Who
Man.
cares? Just listen to it. Beyond Eternity. It's out now. It's a beautiful record. He plays guitar on it. I played some bass. Messed
And
up.
some
He re-recorded
keyboards.
the guitars.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, how'd you
Very
find
nice.
out about that?
yeah. I had the footage. I edited the making of.
Oh,
Yeah, check out the making of
Fucking
Behind
Palmer Scott,
Eternity.
huh?
guys, check that out. Check out eventually. Well, this will come out in the future. You've already seen it, maybe, but the quarantine, video. Check out
Rift City.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's
Rift
going to
City,
be
dude.
coming out soon,
Yeah.
or more or less. Yeah, soon. We'll say soon. But there's also check out all their video game related stuff that I said. What was that channel again?
616 Entertainment.
616 Entertainment, guys. They do really cool stuff. I
History
went
of
on a
Mortal
binge.
Kombat. Did you watch that
Yeah.
movie?
I went on a binge after seeing his Mortal Kombat episode. So check them out on all the platforms, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for having us, man.
Corona handshake. We did it.
Coffee Time.
Coffee time
For life.
for life. We did it.
Nice.
Sweet.
Got him.
We got him.
Got him. We just got free coffee, bro. He doesn't even know it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,